Hey guys, Boomer here. If you followed me, certainly for the last couple of months, you'll know that my best friend and riding partner Wayne, back in probably was diagnosed in January or late December, was diagnosed with stomach cancer and passed away on January 27th. But just prior to him having symptoms and beginning to have health issues, he bought a Goldwing. Now, he wanted a Goldwing for quite a while. He used to have one, but not any Goldwing would do. He had a certain year in mind, certain things that he wanted on this Goldwing, certain kind of armrest for his wife, and every Goldwing that I found, he would say, nope, that's not what I'm looking for. And he eventually found one, and he bought it. Unfortunately, as he was bringing it home, he was riding it. He dumped it, and I'll show you why in a second. But his wife just surrendered the Goldwing to me. My goal is to put this thing back together as best I can and kind of do a tribute to Wayne. So without further ado, here's the Goldwing. There she is. Now, the reason that he dumped it, if you look right down here, look at these tires. They're baloney skins. There's nothing on those tires. And if you look on the front, pretty much same thing. They're well past rideability. And the thing is, Wayne even admitted to me that he should have trailered this bike instead of ridden it. Yep, should have trailered it. And I keep talking about the importance of making sure that your equipment is in good shape. You want to minimize any potential accident, you going down, whatever. Your equipment has got to be in good shape. Obviously, this bike should have never been on the road, and Wayne understood that, unfortunately, a little bit too late. These are the armrests that he wanted for Kathy, his wife. So that's kind of neat, but it's going to need new tires. As you can see, it's going to need a new front fairing. The mirrors are gone. It's pretty busted up. He landed on the right side. It's really bad. The steering wheel, yeah, like it's a car. The handlebars are bent. The one on the left is bent down. And probably the forks are tweaked because they're not lined up either. But at any rate, I have a project. And the first thing I did was I put the battery on a tender, and it was dead as a doornail. I don't think I'm going to be able to bring it back. So I got the battery out of my Silverwing, even though it's not high enough cold cranking amps that you would like to have for a Goldwing. And by the way, I have the side cases and other stuff in the back of my truck. We took them off because if you look back here, you can see, look how it's bent, and the guards or the supports of the side cases, they're all tweaked. So before Wayne got sick, we ordered brand new supports and guards for the side cases, and I have those, so they will be replaced. But I'm going to get that rear tire off first before I do that. But I wanted to see if she would start. So I put the battery on a tender, and it's charging now, but usually it'll tell you what percent the battery's at when it begins to charge, and this one just says charging. It was dead as a doornail, and I don't think it's going to come back. So I took the battery out of my Silverwing, and I put it in here and hooked it up, and I turned the key, and nothing, no lights, nothing. And I know this battery has a charge. It should, at the very least, even if it won't, it's not enough to to crank it over to fire it up, it should turn on all the electrics. So what could it be? So I look down here, there's your 30 amp fuse, or at least where it should be. It's gone, and this right here is kind of melted. Looks like it got a little bit hot. And then I come over to this side, and these yellow wires here must go down to the stator, and you can see that they've been twisted together and taped. Interesting, huh? So the electrics are buffered on this bike as well. He was riding it though, so that was my hopes that it would start. But it's a pretty color, really pretty color. It's got metal flake in it. I don't know if this is going to pick that up. But I do need a new fairing. I need new tires. And the fairing has to include the windscreen and the gauges. Even though I could probably salvage the gauges, even though there's a big old crack right here. But I might be able to salvage those gauges. It has the Panasonic radio in there. But yeah, she needs some love. She really does. And I had to, it's funny, I messed that up right there. You can see that spot. That was my fault, but there was nothing I could do about it. And I had to pull this latch off because when I got it up onto the trailer, it was an 8-foot trailer, and apparently this bike is 8 feet long. From the front tire to this top box, and the ramps, when you put the ramps up, wouldn't latch, so I had to pull this off, this latch off, in order to get the ramps to fold up enough to put the safety pin in, and that's how this got rubbed, was on the ramp. But the bike is not perfect. It's certainly going to be a job putting her back together. But at any rate, here she is, the 1985 GL 500 Interstate, the Goldwing, and I'm hoping I have the right side cover. Oh, by the way, these right here, if you see these, there's one on each side. That's for a driver's backrest. Wayne didn't like it. He said that was the first thing he took off, was that. So hopefully it's not going to be too much. And by the way, this one of these engine guards, I think it was this one here on the left, is also bent in just a little bit. If you see right here, see there's hardly any space. I can't even get my finger in here between this. If you look over here, all kind of room between these two. So this one over here is bent in, and it kicked this this peg in as well. So I'm sure I'm going to find more and more as I dig into this, and I'm going to take my time and put her back together. But here she is, 1985 Honda Goldwing, and it's going to be a tribute to my buddy Wayne. And one step at a time, we'll get her back together. Here you can see more damage from where she went down. It's cracked right there, but you know, like I said, I'm most likely going to need a new fairing. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Because yeah, it's all busted right in here. That's all busted up. So new fairing, new tires. We already got the saddle or side case supports and brackets, and then most likely a new engine guard on the right front. I'm sorry, left front. But we'll see. And then of course change the timing belts, because we have no idea if or when they've ever been changed. And as you know, with these Goldwings, and this one here has 80,000 miles on it, I would have to assume they've been changed, but you don't know. And if you don't know, with that kind of mileage, you got to change them, because if those break, either one of those timing belts, most likely you're going to seize your engine, and then the whole bike is garbage. So anyway, I always wanted a Goldwing. Now I have a Goldwing, and I guess by the time I put the money into it, it needs to get it in roadworthy condition. It'll be about as much as going out and buying a vintage Goldwing. Difference is this was Wayne's, and it's going to have some sentimental value. Okay, friends. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for putting up with my reminiscing. And gosh, we're almost on the road. I've had a couple of rides so far this year. It's a little chilly today, high of 36. It's going to go down to 14 degrees tonight, and this is March 21st. It's a couple days into spring, and we're going down to 14 degrees tonight. But we're going to rebound. Tomorrow is going to be in the low 40s. I'll probably be riding tomorrow. But until next time, ride safe, ride often. Bye for now.